I'm on another group ride for the Eastman ATV. We're in Woodridge. We're heading south, and then we'll be back up on the Sandhogs Trail. And yeah, should be a good day. Had a thunderstorm that rolled through last night and soaked everything down, but it should keep the dust down anyway. I'm not sure how many vehicles are here. I think it's around 30 or so. There was already a group of 15 or 14 that left, and we're just kind of driving down the highway here, around the ditches along the highway, and then we'll be getting into the trail system. It was pretty hot when we first arrived at Woodridge there, hot and humid, but it seems to have cooled down with this cloud cover. Might be another system brewing. Checked the forecast and it didn't look like anything was going to be a problem until around 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock. That's roughly when we'll be arriving back. Lots of prairie roses. They're all in full bloom. It's nice to have a little color on the trail. For this route that we're on today is apparently a newer route. It's not a new trail, it's just a new route that they've never done before. This trail is already on my GPS because I have the download for the Woodridge trail on here, so that makes sense. Yeah, I'll take damp trails over dusty and dry trails any day. I'm kind of riding solo today. I don't, well, outside of the group, but I don't have Igor or Yulia with me today, or any of my family. So it's just me and the group. Igor and Yulia not able to come this weekend. I know he was pretty jealous when I was sending him pictures of me loading up yesterday, so I wish he was here. I always have a good time riding with him, or both of them I should say. He's got a new trailer on the way. He'll be able to make it out for more rides, because him, much like me, had to borrow a truck to come out and do this stuff. So I borrow my father-in-law's truck, and he would borrow his dad's truck. His dad uses his truck for work, so it's kind of hit and miss whether he can get it or not. So having his own trailer will be a bonus. Lots of ferns growing. That looks beautiful. That's what I hope the trail will look like at the in-laws soon. I put some ferns in the trail there from our place. They just keep spreading, and so I figured I'd transplant them out there. They'll be fine out there. They're already growing quite well, and they'll just keep spreading. As I was saying earlier, it was pretty hot when we got to the staging area, hot and humid. So I'm really glad that we have this cloud cover. I mean, I do enjoy the sun, and I like having the sunny days for riding and recording, because the video is always just a little sharper. It's a little better on the sensors, I guess. That's beautiful in here. That didn't sound good. You hit some of those sticks and it just sounds like pop. I haven't got a flat tire yet, and I don't really want to. These Bear Claws have been a good tire for me. They seem to handle quite a bit of different terrain pretty good. And when these ones wear out, I'll just replace them with the exact same thing. I like them. Yeah, all these trails seem to be on my on the GPS. Always like this area. Even the other one, I guess it's a South Valley ride. That's just a beautiful area, beautiful trail. Been on that one a few times, and that was just as gorgeous in the winter when I went with Igor. I had such a good time on that ride. That was probably one of my favorite rides last year. I love when the trail's nice and narrow like this. Not so open and wide, it's just a little bit more wild. I think we're actually heading up pretty close to the Rat River. So I hear it's a little bit scenic over there. I don't know if that's where we're having lunch, but it'd be a nice place to stop and have a break. Yeah, those clouds are pretty socked in. Well, I'm prepared for a little rain. I already got my rain pants, rubber boots on. Just wearing a hoodie right now, but I got my raincoat in the box, and yeah, the camera's waterproof-ish. The only thing that worries me a little bit is that aftermarket door I have on to run my external mic. I do have a little bit of a rubber gasket there, or an O-ring, deflect a little bit of water, but I don't know. I'm gonna buy the GoPro pass-through door one of these days. It looks a little bit more durable, a little bit more water resistant. Any splash or rain, it should be good. That'll be next on the list probably, because I have no issues riding in the rain. Apparently they did the pre-ride, I guess last week, and there was over 100 trees down on this route across the trail. So I think they did quite a few hours of removing trees. It was on a weekday, so I wasn't able to volunteer. I would have liked to get out and help out that way. Getting Will Smith smacked by these trees. Oh, I felt the raindrop, I think. I don't see any rain on the... Oh, maybe a little bit of water. Might have just dripped off of a tree. Oh yeah, stop and the mosquitoes get ya. Oh yeah, it's definitely raining. Hopefully not too much. A little thick in here. Feel like I'm in the Amazon. It's kind of cool. Oh, it looks like the sky is clearing up ahead. Might be like this all day, just fine. It's funny, you come around that corner, you just smell these spruces. Are these spruce or pine? I think they're pine. I don't know. That's an oak. I know that. Oh, I see some elevation changes. That's always exciting in Manitoba when you start to see, you know, a different grade of elevation. It's like a little bit of a valley down there. Yeah, you got to travel a little ways from Winnipeg if you want to see some elevation changes or anything like that. Oh, there's the river there, I think, probably. Oh, there's the first crew already. Good place to stop. Looks like there's lots of mosquitoes. It's gotta be careful. I pulled into here and then I noticed right after there's a whole bunch of these things that the beaver chewed. That'll spear your tire. I need to hit that. I cut a couple of them down. And we're off. Yeah, so we stopped there, just had a little break. That is not the Rat River. Just a little creek. And nice little beaver pond. It's got it all dammed up. I saw some turtle eggs dug up too. Pretty sad. I like turtles. The mosquitoes are pretty bad. I try not to use bug spray, but I had to put it on. Just try and take some pictures and video, and even just holding your camera for or your phone for like 10 seconds, they're all over you. Not just those guys, those black flies too. Yeah, it's nice to come out and do these group rides. You know, you get to meet people if you like that kind of thing. I'm not an overly social person, so I kind of keep to myself, but everybody's usually pretty nice, you know. Ow. Yeah, there's quite a few side-by-side, even in just our group, but in general, lots of people like them. And they're pretty cool. There was some really nice machines out there. Oh yeah, that was the trail we came in on, so we're heading down a different one now. But yeah, the group rides were nice because, especially if you're new and you're not familiar with the trail systems, or you know, even familiar with your machines, you can meet some people with similar interests, and you get to learn some trails. I mean, for the small price it costs, it goes a long way. And I'm not just plugging the group, I'm actually, that's how I feel, you know, like you should support your groups and help out, you know, volunteer if you can. And it's a day out on the trails, you know. Oh, that one almost took my head off. Those side-by-sides have it good, especially on this trail. They just push everything out of the way. Gorgeous day though. I loaded up last night. It was pouring, and pulled the truck in the garage and just got all my stuff ready in there. But I was fully accepting if I woke up in the morning and it was completely pouring or just really nasty conditions, I was just gonna stay in or stay home. I got some things I gotta do. Maybe that'll be for next weekend. Some fresh timbers. Yeah, I've never been down here, although I really haven't explored the Woodridge Trail all that much, outside of the few group rides. But there's so many trails that you can go on. I mean, one can really cover some ground if you wanted to quad and camp. I know there's a couple new riders and new machines out on the trail. It's nice to see the group growing. New membership is always good. There's a guy riding in one of the side-by-sides with his wife that looks like a Maritimer. If anybody watches Maritimer's channel, although I'm pretty sure anybody who's watching my stuff is already watching his, but I don't know. I don't really want to post his picture, but he looks just like him. Thought it was kind of funny. No Wendell though. Oh, this must be the Rat River. Maybe? Or is he lost? Just doing a little roundabout, I guess. A massive U-turn. Cool little spot though. I should mark that. Mark. Enter. There. Now we're going into the river. Just kidding, I think. Ouch! They bit right through the gloves. And two of them too, like in between those two knuckles. Oh, here's some water here. Good thing I put my boots on. That's a cool little water crossing though. Yeah, this little creek runs all the way down here. Igor, you missed a pretty cool trail, man. It's okay, I'm marking it. We'll come back. Wait for those guys to catch up a little. Hopefully no one had any issues getting through that water. Yeah, they are. There's one guy waiting there.
Wow, because it was at least 3 feet deep.
That guy on the side-by-side tried to go under that tree. Oh, he just made it. I had a bit of a lunch there. Was chatting with a few of the guys there. And somebody actually didn't make it across this river here. The one we just went through on the way in. I guess they were overheating it, so I don't know if they're heading back or what the case was, but they never made it up to the lunch spot there. Sure glad I got my boots on. That was a nice little scenic spot we stopped at. Oh boy, I got the reflection off this guy's back windshield. There we go. Fishtailing in that loose stuff. Oh yeah. Woo. I didn't really want to drive on an angle like those Saskatoon folk. There's the Rat River. That was fun. That's Robert. That's one of the guys I was talking to at the last break there. He's riding on a 2006 Sportsman 500. Just like the old one that we used to have. Ours was a 2008, but other than that, it's identical. You know, kind of brings back memories. It was faded more on the one that we had than his. His is in a little better shape. And the other guy I was talking to, Miles, he's driving a Arctic-Cat 1000. Snorkeled, big tires. Nice guys, both of them. But as I mentioned earlier, most people in these groups are just happy to be out, and everybody mingles, and I mean, that's what it's about, right? Get out and enjoy yourself and make some friends along the way. And no, I wasn't getting choked up. I'm having a hard time breathing. All of a sudden my throat's really dry. I wasn't crying. It's been a gorgeous day though. Like the way it looked last night, all dark and rainy. But I'm glad I got it all ready last night and then I was prepared. Oh, I hope the person that broke down, it's not a major issue. That's everyone's worst fear, you know, going on the trail is a breakdown. There's a lot worse that could happen, but nobody wants to break down in the middle of the ride, or at the beginning, or at the end. It just sucks. You gotta get towed back. You know, not only one person has to go back, but another one has to tow you back too. So it's nice to go with somebody in case situations like that happen. When I first got the quad, I used to do a few solo trips. Don't really have any videos of them because they were terrible. I recorded on my own old Acaso Brave. Oh, it wasn't even the Brave, or maybe it was. Yeah, it was the Brave 4. I mean, for a beginner, I was thrilled with it, but I look back at some of the little clips I have from it, and it was really bad. Anyway, as I was saying, I've done a couple. Freaking fly in my helmet. Yeah, it was fun. Go on my own, but you know, if something happened, and not even a breakdown, but just something else, right? Then there's no one else there, and you got no way to call for help. So I always like to go with other people, just in case. I had to break out of my shell a little. It's not always possible to go riding with family. It's always nice to know a few people on the trail, even on these group rides. It's always nice to have a few people that you just kind of connect with. You know you're going to see them again, and it doesn't take much to spark up a conversation. But yeah, it's fun. That's all I have to say. We're at the break there. The guy that looks like Maritimer came up to us and asked us if we wanted a smoky. He had grilled up some smokies and he had a couple extra. I thought it was kind of funny because I think that would be a Maritimer thing. I always see him cooking up something on the trail. I really love coming down to these Woodridge trails. I mean, you could ride right from the Eastman trails right into the Woodridge. The Woodridge area is a little more wild, a little bit untamed and unkept. I shouldn't say unkept. They do a good job of keeping the trail. That's not what I mean. I love the little sections of, you know, rivers and streams and creeks. then the elevation changes. That's fun stuff. It's nice to have things to see on the trail. Oh, look at that sandhill crane. You don't usually get to see a lot of wildlife on these group rides just because there's so many machines. There's a lot of noise, and usually the vehicles in the front are the ones that scare everything away. So it's nice to see some stuff. I really couldn't have asked for a better day to quad. Had a little bit of spitting earlier, didn't turn into anything. It kind of cleared up after that. The radar, I checked it, it's still not calling for anything until a little later. It's been a nice ride. That's a beautiful area. I usually never look forward to Mondays. I don't think anybody ever does, really. But I kind of am. My oldest daughter, Emily, is graduating from high school. That's pretty exciting. It's hard to believe already, you know. Makes me feel old, although I'm not all that old. But she'll be graduating before I'm 40. Yes, I had her when I was young. You do the math. That's okay. You can leave your congratulations down in the comments if you want for Emily. Although I don't know if she'll read them, or if she even watches my videos. She probably thinks I'm a big dork for making videos about quad riding and talking to myself. Well, you can leave them down there anyway. It's special and it's important to me too. Wow, it's nice in here. These are the kind of images you see on a quadding brochure. It's just a snapshot of this. Wow. This would be a cool place to set up a little shelter, a little off-grid cabin. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that ride through this area, so it's hard to say how they would respect it. Really hoping to go and do our quad camp fish trip this year. Or is it quad fish camp? Whichever. It's been pretty wet, and I know that the area that we do that, there's still quite a bit of water. Or I'm cool waiting till the fall too. Fall colors, and it'll be a little drier hopefully. But we haven't been able to go. The severe drought, the whole backcountry was shut down, so we weren't able to do that trip last year. And it's a different adventure, even though it's the same way. Cool little spot to stop, hang out, feed the wildlife, and by that I mean mosquitoes, because the mosquitoes are really bad this year. But we also had 2 years of almost no mosquitoes at all, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much. Mosquitoes are at least dumb and slow. Those black flies, they bite you and then they take off. They're quick. I might as well do it too. Holy man. What's that?
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Your machine all right?
Yeah, it looks fine. Looks like it hit the bumper.
Hey, I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. Holy crap. Oh, good thing I got a bumper. I heard him coming. I was like, oh, I hope he's paying attention. It looks like he hit my bumper, so I think it's probably fine. I'll take a better look at it when we stop again. Yeah, just another reminder to keep mindful when you're riding these things. You know, a lot can happen real quick, real fast. You know, they're light, full of power, and it doesn't take much. You gotta respect these things. and you gotta pay attention. So many little trails going everywhere. It's so easy to get turned around. Lots of beautiful flowers right now. Like I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's just tons of the prairie rose and all these little purple flowers. I'm not sure what they are. I don't know, they look like little bells. Maybe somebody knows. And lots of little yellow flowers and white flowers. I saw a couple of lady slippers. So we've done about 45.4 kilometers now. The goal was to be back around 4 o'clock. That's a couple hours away, so that's a good day's riding. I find as I get deeper into these longer rides, I have less and less to talk about. So at first I just kind of started rambling, and it seems like most people like to listen to what I have to say. Some don't care, I'm sure, and maybe some are annoyed by it. Whichever. Could always mute it and watch it. I don't know, like personally, I get a little bored watching videos that are just, there's no dialogue, and it's just a whole video of just music and riding. I don't know, a little boring in my opinion. But yeah, I enjoy watching videos where people are talking. I think it just makes it a little bit more interactive. But I'm gonna keep doing things the way I like it. It's my channel, my video. If you don't like it, that's okay. We're in Sandylands, Manitoba. It'd be pretty cool to live in one of these little towns and just leave from home and go quadding. To live pretty close to the Woodridge area would be nice. That's a puddle. Just a puddle. Oh, last weekend we set up the pool for the kids. And I was actually pretty shocked that they went on Sunday. I mean, we just filled it on Saturday. And that's just straight out well water, so it's freezing cold. I guess it was warm enough for them to go in on Sunday. Actually, we all went on Sunday, but it was also super hot, like 35 degrees or something stupid like that. But I felt the pool before I left today, and it's super warm. Like, I'd be surprised if the kids weren't in it most of the day today. If I was a kid, I would be. I'm a big kid, so I go quadding. Saw some nice spots on this this ride. Some spots I'm gonna definitely come back. Oh, I remember this spot. A nice lookout up there. We've stopped there before. So there's some familiar trail, but there's a lot of new stuff I haven't seen today. They widened that a little because the side-by-sides were all getting stuck in there last time. Oh, that guy's got to do a 3-point turn. Must have had some fire through here. I don't remember seeing all this burnt. This looks pretty recent. Still some charcoal on the ground. It's nice and rugged through here. Yeah, there's the hill. I don't know if they're planning on stopping up there. I don't see the other group up there. They might have already left. We did stay at that last spot a little long. short little break there. Nice scenic spot. We've been here before. It's beautiful. Talking to Miles a bit. That's the guy that I was talking to earlier. And it was the guy that ended up rear-ending me at the last stop there. He felt pretty bad. He was really worried he damaged my machine, you know. But we looked it over. Bumper's solid. Got that from Quad Logic. And yeah, it held up. Like it didn't bend at all. And he hit me pretty hard. Miles' machine, he's bent up his bumper. And he's bent up his front rack. His is a little bit worse. He was happy that mine wasn't damaged, and truthfully, so was I. Water was nice, cooled down my boots a bit. The rubber boots, they don't breathe very well, nor should they. I'm at about the 62 kilometer marker now on the odometer here, so not that much further. That puddle's been there a while. That's a stinky one. We're back at the staging area here. Pretty much just load up and go. A bunch of people are gone already.